Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this digital voice recorder. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's get this open. Now if we look on the back here, it says lossless sound, FM radio, USB 2.0, and sound recording. So here we have a manual, contact card, a 3.5mm auxiliary cable, a USB-A to USB-C charge cable, and a pair of headphones. And here we have the recorder itself, and it's a foam windscreen. So right off the bat, this has a nice substantial feel to it. Let's peel this off. It says something on it. So this is just saying it has a few second delay when you start recording, so you want to make sure you press the button in time to start it. So this has 32 gigabytes of internal storage. It has a micro SD card slot. It supports up to 128 gigabyte micro SD card. Of course, we can put the foam on it like that to stop the wind. Before we turn on, let's take a quick look at the manual. So this has two mics on the top, has a screen, it has some buttons. On the back it has a speaker. Then on the side it has USB Type-C charging. That also does data. It has power on off, lock screen, wake up. And then it has volume up and down, and that also works as previous and next track. And then we have the micro SD card slot. And then on the other side we have the earphone jack line in, the record switch, and then we have the record segment voice activated and auto record delete buttons, and then a reset hole. So to turn it on or off, you hold down the power button, and then to lock or unlock it, you just tap it. So for the volume buttons, you long press them for volume, and then you tap it for previous or next. And then we have the record segment button. You tap that to do record segment, you long press it for voice activated. And then the auto record delete button, you tap it for auto record and long press for delete. So the rest of the manual just goes over how to use this, but I'll demonstrate a number of these things on the device itself. So I'll hold down the power button to turn it on. And there it's on. So it does have some charge in it, but I'll try charging it anyway. So I'll plug in here, and you can see here we're charging. So we're currently charging at around 0.35 amps. So that can vary depending on the state of charge of the voice recorder. So I'm going to get familiar with this a little bit, and I'll come back and demonstrate it. So I poked around this for a few minutes. Let me unplug the power. So on the side here, you can press the up and down to go through these menus. First thing I'll do is I'll go to the settings, and I will go up, and I'll change the brightness. So I'll just press up to turn it up, and I'll hit play to accept. Now if I hit play to go in here, I can also just hit the back button here to go back. And then we have other settings on here too. Let me set the date and time real quick. Okay, so I've set the date and time. Now I can also install a micro SD card. So I have a 64 gigabyte card here. We want that label down or away from the screen. I'll press that in. So let's go back here, and I'll go to the folder. And we have two options. We have local folder or card folder. I'll look at the card folder. It says it's empty. Okay, I'll go back into settings. I'll go to format device, and I'll say format SD card. Let's go up to record storage, and we can say we want to record on internal or external memory. I'll just choose external memory. Okay, so I'll hit back out of here. Now we'll go to record source. Let's say microphone. Okay, so it should be set up now. So this left button here says microphone sends. I think that's sensitivity. It says gain set, and we have 1 through 9. So I'll leave that for now. Then under sample here, we have the different options. So it's currently set to wave 512. So if I go down, we can see the highest wave setting. We go to the top, we can see the lowest MP3 setting. So this is in order of compression by format. So we have MP3, the lowest quality is at the top, the highest quality is at the bottom, and then we have the wave. So let's go back to what the default was, wave 512. So let's try recording with this. I'll press the record switch up. It says please wait. Okay, so you can see we have a screen here. So this is the first test of the recorder. We have volume meters here. So if I speak really loud, let's see if we can get this to clip. Test. Didn't seem to want to clip. Now if I turn the sensitivity up, that could change that. So I'll turn it down now to turn it off. Okay. So the audio you just heard there, I pulled from this and I inserted it into the video. So you got to hear the raw audio. So now we can play this. Let's hit play. Okay, so you can see we have a screen here. So this is the first test of the recorder. Volume meters here. So it's playing it. So if I speak really loud, let's see if we can get this to clip. Let's do a different sample. Now when I put this in the video, it's going to change this and re-encode this format. But let's switch down to the low quality because we can't add quality. We'll see what this sounds like. So here we're on MP3, 32 kilobits per second. So this is a test of MP3, 32 kilobits per second. Let's do the highest quality MP3. This is MP3, 192 kilobits per second. So now we can go to playback here. Or actually we just hit PB, that's playback. And we can say local folder or card folder. So we'll hit card folder. And here we can find the 3 samples we just recorded. Let's look at the second one. So we can also plug in the headphones if we want to listen to this. Also in the settings it had a monitor mode. So if you want to monitor while you're recording, you can do that. So I'll check these out. So the headphone wire is just under 4 feet. So I'll go back here. Now if I want to go to radio, I can go to that. And we'll do auto tune. And here it said to connect the radio antenna, which is the headphones. And now it's going to go through and search for stations. So the radio is working. Now I can't play that. Now I can't play that here because I don't own copyright to that music, but it is working. So let's go back to the record. So this also has voice activated recording. So we'll hold down this top button here. It says auto mode. We'll turn that on. It says loudness set 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's now go to recording. And I'll turn that on. So it was not recording, but now that I'm talking, you can see that it's starting to record. And then when I stop talking, it will stop recording. And then when I start talking again, it will start recording again. It was not recording, but now that I'm talking, you can see that it's starting to record. And then when I stop talking, it will stop recording. Then when I start talking again, it will start recording again. It also has this auto record feature. So let's press that. Let's turn that on. And we have a start time. So you can set this to start recording at a specific time. Let's take a look at tools. On tools, we have a calendar, stopwatch, alarm, ebook, and password setup. And I think that's most of the features. And again, you can plug this into your computer and use it sort of like a flash drive and copy the files off of it. I'll be doing that to get the files off of this to put it in this video. If I run into any issues, I'll insert a clip, but I don't anticipate any issues with that. You can certainly also take the micro SD card out and plug that into a computer too. Now when you're done using it, you can hold down the button and turn it off. Now when you're done using it, you can hold down the button and turn it off. And now you can store it away. Now it makes you hold that button down so you don't accidentally press it and lose your audio. And of course, if you're in windy conditions, you can put the foam on it to help block the wind. So that's the digital voice recorder. There are many uses for something like this. You could use this in class to take notes. You could use this to record a podcast. If you're recording video, you can use this to record your audio. You could hold this in your hand and talk into it while your camera is away from you, and later you can sync that audio back up with your camera. Now I just demonstrated the microphones on here, but you can also plug this into an audio source in the line-in mode and record things. So if you wanted to record some audio from a TV or another radio or something, you can plug this in and switch that audio input into line-in. So this is incredibly versatile. I really like the size of this. It easily fits in a pocket. It's rechargeable, so you don't have to deal with putting batteries in it. And while it takes a few little clicks here and there to get it set up, once it's set up, it's super easy to use. You just flip that switch to turn it on. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.